and welcome to our video kit release for our Christmas Letters bundle. The Christmas Letters, don't let the name fool you. This is not juvenile by any stretch of the imagination. This is totally a very elegant and very mature themed kit, and you're going to see that as we go through. As you're listening to me blather, you can kind of see how bold the colors are. You can see the red cardinal in there. You can see the mailboxes in the lower left corner there, all that kind of stuff. But this is a very, very mature themed kit, and it is really beautiful. You are going to see that. If you're looking to create something with that very mature theme, whether that's Christmas cards for your family and friends, whether that's layouts, mini albums, Christmas decorations, Christmas gift tags, whatever it is that you want to create, this is really one of those must-have kits because it is beautiful. This is our bundled collection, and for those of you that are new to us, our bundled collection includes all 5 coordinated products. None of these have any duplicates in them. They are additional items, so that way you have more to create with. And by purchasing it as a bundle, you do save 20% versus purchasing it individually, each of those items individually. So let's go in and have a look and see everything that is in here. We start off with some arrow elements, and obviously you can see the line in there, so there is the ability to use these for gift tags, name tags, or to write in certain things. If you were using this as a mini album or a photo album or a layout, you could certainly write in, maybe it was a date, it was a place, it was somebody's name because it was Uncle Alfred, who maybe not everybody knows, and you wanted to include that in there. Great elements for that. The background papers, here it starts out with a bang with the cardinals. The cardinals are so well done. The colors and the tonality you're going to see of this collection are really, really pretty. Obviously, there's reds and greens. It's Christmas, right? But the tone of the red and the tone of the green are really, really pretty. Everything blends so nicely together. As you can see, there's some lighter greens in there. It's more of a, I don't know, for lack of a better word, a celery green. So depending on how you want to create this, doesn't have to be a really dark, bold thing. You can create with some of these softer colors, and you're going to see how beautiful that is as we go through this. There is the pine holly. Again, some really unique background papers. And there it is where I'm talking about that celery green. Isn't that such a pretty fresh, it makes for such fresh creations rather than the traditional Christmas green, which is a little darker. The poinsettia background paper, again, absolutely stunning. Here it is in a beigey cream tone as well as in that light green, the reds, the rose color as well, which is a kind of a takeoff of the red. So you're going to see those predominant colors throughout. The stamps background color, again, really unique background papers. You're going to see how this has been used in our layout and card inspiration at the end when I show them to you, and you can see how wonderful that turns out. The stripes, obviously, and tickings are wonderful, simple patterns to use. Again, to enhance and coordinate, and I'll show you that, how I chose to use it in my card making idea at the end. And as well as the words, the Christmas letters, the festive greetings. Obviously, when you have a kit that is named Christmas Letters, you're going to have things like this in here that are worded. The brads with a little bit of sparkle. You see that vintage metal ring around the outside. Absolutely beautiful. Again, lends it to that air of elegance and maturity, right? You get that vintagey feel, the whole thing that is so prevalent in Mary Fran's kits these days. There's the cardinal making its debut in the cluster. There it is, one without a tag in there. Again, you like to have things, sometimes you like to have the tag done for you. Sometimes that's not the way you wanted to go with it, so that's why Mary Fran includes those with tags and without, is that way you can certainly have whatever suits your vision, right? This one you can see how the cardinal ends on here, and this is meant to go on the corner or side of a page. So that is the reason for that, in case you were wondering. That is meant to go so the cardinal is entering your page. And here are some of the elements as well. The Christmas letters, this is like a journal pad. Why would you not print this out, make a Christmas, like a phone pad or a journal pad for family and friends? This year, for a lot of us, depending on where you're located, but for most of us, boy, things are getting worse and worse with the pandemic, where, they're limiting it to 5 people per household in terms of get-togethers and things like that. It's kind of looking like maybe we're not going to get to see our loved ones at Christmas, or a very small amount of them. So why not make something truly special for them, such as this, and give that as Christmas gifts to show how much you care without actually physically being there. So there are the envelopes. Again, wonderful, wonderful items and elements. Here is the holly clusters as well, individuals, so that you can create whatever you want. Journal labels, again, great items in order to use them as journal things. Why not print that off and use that as a photo, as a tag that's maybe attached to a handmade little bag that you've made of maybe some special, family treats or baking or things like that. Whatever it is, there are so many ideas. I'm hoping that you're taking the time and saying, you know what, that's kind of a rotten luck that maybe we won't get to see family. But maybe let's look at the silver lining and say, I can create something really special. I've never taken the time. We never seem to have the time to do those things. This is the year to do it. So hopefully maybe that gives you some ideas for what's on the docket for this year's Christmas. Here's the letterbox in both black and in red. Gorgeous element. That is certainly got to be a main element, and you'll see how I used it on my card making idea at the end. It turns out just spectacular. Mail labels, again, fantastic when you're talking about the theme of this collection. That suits it so incredibly well. The paper strips, again, I'll show you how Mary Fran used them in her layout inspiration at the end. Very easy to use. Adds that little pop of color and texture in some areas that are left a little blank once you've finished up your creation, and you think, geez, I just want a little bit of something there. Those are perfect for that. Poinsettia clusters in several different fashions. Some postage stamps, obviously adorned with the theme of this kit, as well as some postcards. Here we go. I had to catch up. As you can see, I was trying to get my way through there, but didn't quite make it all the way through. Here's our postcards. Why not print that out and literally send that to someone? You have your own custom-made postcard. You don't have to go to the store and buy one. You don't have to anything. But it's the old-time things that mean so much to all of us, and especially at this time when we can't be physically there with our loved ones. Look at how gorgeous this Christmas telegram postcard is. Can you imagine sending that? Or print this off as a card front, and there you have your Christmas card. How lovely is that? You have so many options with this. Mary Fran there's the typewriter with the Christmas letter in it. Again, not written on. You could write in your own personal sentiment on there. That's why the reason for it being blank there. And word labels here at the end. So you can personalize it. Again, we realize that not everybody has English as their primary language. It is for us, and that's why you see everything in English. But we recognize it's not for everyone, and we want to give you that option for those of you that have English as not your initial or your first language. Here again in our little bits are our clustered, fully finished, easy to use. Pop these things into your creations. Very, very easy things for you, and a great starting point. If you want to create with the kit and you think, oh, it's beautiful, I like the colors, I like the feel, you know what, I'm not sure where to start. There's so many cool things. Pick one of the elements, place it on your blank page, and start from there. That's where you can work from. And that the little bits is a perfect place to come to start that. Obviously, some more word strips that coordinate color-wise and theme-wise and decor-wise, so that way, again, for those of you that have want to say some other things or English is not your primary language, you have those there for you. The solids have this great white border around them. So again, if you're really creative, standalone papers, these are perfect for that. This is the ideal thing as your standalone paper. You could put on that cardinal. Remember I said the cardinal was cut off because you place it on the side of your paper. Perfect. There you can start adorning there. Maybe you put in one of those journal pages that have the Christmas letters on it. You put in a photo. Maybe it's a card front. You have your Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas words on here. You can see it all coming together. These are great to use for that, but you can also use them to back your main elements, your photos, things like that, and they're perfectly color coordinated to suit this collection. The two paper pack has additional papers. So you'll see the same patterns. These are colors that you do not get anywhere else. This poinsettia background paper in green does not come anywhere else. This is a total separate paper. So it allows you to create more items, or maybe that was the color of paper you really were looking for and it didn't come in the FQB. Well, now you have it in the 2 paper pack. So very, very handy to have, something we would recommend having for you. And lastly is the Alpha. So the Alpha is bold. It's in this beautiful red poinsettia. Basically, it's the poinsettia paper used to cover on the Alpha, so that you have this bold set of letters and numbers in order to accentuate the things that you wanted to say. Whether that's Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas, whether that's 'Tis the Season, whether that's somebody's name, it's a date, it's a place, whatever it is, use the Alpha in order to accentuate that in the specific thing you're trying to convey in your card, your layout, your journal, whatever it is. So lastly here, let's have a quick peek at the card. So as I was mentioning to you earlier, here's a great, look at how wonderful that post mailbox turns out as a main element. Here is the stamps paper. So you can see how lovely that is. It gives you so much eye-catching ability for that. Here's also the striped paper in behind, so you see how you can accentuate and bring that color but simple pattern in order to add some interest, and as well as the words back, so you see that entering in there as well. The layout, here is how Mary Fran chose to use it. This is what I was talking about earlier, where you have so many items and so many elements where you can cluster them together however you see fit. Look at how she chose to use the telegram as an element, right? So you're conveying that we're talking, we're sending messages, we're whatever. You're conveying those things through the use of that, not having to write anything on it at all. As well, here are some of the paper strips down at the bottom. So you see there's the white one with the red circles on it. There's the stripe. So again, like I said, where the 2 papers meet, that's a great way. Kind of like when you sew, you always want to cover up that seam in there and make something nice. Great way that she's utilized that, but it also brings in and transitions the red and green into the whitish. So again, very, very great way of utilizing those. So folks, that is the entire bundled Christmas letters collection. Now, before you dash off to get this for yourself, take a look in the bottom right corner of this screen. You'll see the Knitwit Collections logo. Click on that to be subscribed to our YouTube channel. That way you're made aware every time we have a new video go up, you don't miss anything. As well, give us a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. Leave us a comment, leave us a message. Let us know what you loved about this collection or what you are going to actually create with it, whatever your plans are. We'd love to hear from you. So thanks once again for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy creating with our Christmas letters collection.